Come one.
Come all.
It's time for Wctv. After an exciting weekend and a full week of school, Wctv is glad to be back, bringing you all of the exciting student news.
We'd like to congratulate Tyler, Tanner, and Adam on a great job at state.
For those of you who couldn't make it down to Wells Fargo, here's Veronica with the recap.
Wrestlers clear the mats was the phrase heard this weekend at Wells Fargo Arena. Webster City proudly sent 3 wrestlers, Tanner Moen wrestling at 160, Adam Klein wrestling at 152, and Tyler Patton wrestling at 103 to the state tournament this past weekend. In the first round of wrestling, Tanner and Adam both lost their first matches, but won the wrestle back to stay alive in the tournament. Tyler Patton took down his first opponent in an impressive 45 seconds to advance to the quarterfinals. His next match proved to be just as exciting when Tyler came back in the third period down 5-1, taking over and winning 6-5 to the second-ranked wrestler at 103. Facing off against the first-ranked wrestler at 103 proved a challenge for Tyler when he took his first fall in the tournament. From that point forward, it was all wins when he beat his last 2 opponents to end his freshman career with a third-place finish and becoming the only freshman at WCHS wrestling history to score a podium finish at the state tournament. Making it to the state tournament for the first time in his high school career, Tanner Moen put up an excellent fight after winning the wrestleback. Tanner continued on to pin his third opponent in the first period. After that exciting win, Tanner fell short to the second-ranked wrestler at 160. Kicking back things into gear, Tanner beat his last opponent, ending his wrestling career 7th. Adam Klein wrestled once more after winning his wrestle back. Unfortunately, his hard work and fan support were not enough to advance him to the podium. Although Adam did not place, his efforts and enthusiasm were evident to all. Congratulations on an awesome season to all you Lynx wrestlers. You guys did awesome at state.
Again, congratulations to Tanner, Tyler, and Adam on your state tournament performances. You represented Webster City High School very well.
They weren't the only ones competing at the state level for Webster City. Student members of Mrs. Garvey's speech program rocked it in Oskaloosa.
After an awesome bout at districts, the Lynx speech students performed well at state. Jesse Hansen made the trip down to see what the speech kids were up to.
We all know We all know speech is Speech is very sparred. Wait. Speech is really hard. But have you ever wondered how much work these kids put into it? Or how much work the director put into it? What did you have to do to prepare for speech?
Well, speech starts in November, and you need to choose the groups. You have the kids sign up, choose what groups they're going to be in, choose the materials, and then start practicing. And then, of course, it's competition time. And so there's a lot of time devoted to this. And first we do large group, and then we do
Well, we all worked really hard. But me personally, I went into Mrs. Garvey's room after school every day, and we worked on improv.
That's a lot of hard work, but there must be a payoff, right? I mean, high school students just don't go to all that work for nothing.
My favorite part is watching the kids grow, gain confidence, and they make me laugh. So many times I find myself laughing and laughing and laughing. They are just a lot of fun. We have a good time spending a lot of time together.
It's kind of an inside joke, but I actually was able to go behind the counter at one of the come and goes and hug my twin.
Speech is unique in that in any given year there can be any number of people, and that leads to downtime. In an 8-hour day with only 7 groups, each performing for roughly 5 minutes, you're going to be waiting a lot. And in that downtime, kids will do anything to relieve their boredom. Cards are a huge favorite, along with, well, anything we can get a hold of. And as Chase said, sometimes you don't even need an object to have fun. I'm Jesse Hansen for WCTV, and I'm going to go sign up.
Thanks, Jesse. Caitlin, what are you doing?
I'm reading the paw print. You know, the newspaper.
Why would you be doing that? We're taping a show.
It's interesting. I wonder how much work goes into producing this each week.
Well, you're in luck, Caitlin. Kelsey Westrom has been kicking it with the newspaper crew. Kelsey?
Every morning at 8:13, while other students are off in their classrooms, 5 young intelligent students put their minds together to form one amazing newspaper.
It's finally Friday, and you know what that means. The weekly edition of the Paw Print has officially hit newsstands. You see this paper floating around school, but do you really know what it takes to put it together?
It takes a lot of time to put the newspaper together and a lot of time out of class.
Putting the paw print together is not as easy as it looks. It takes 5 committed students and 1 dedicated advisor to get the job done. The reporters use a program called InDesign to put together the weekly paper. This includes the layout, design fonts, and photos that are found in the newspaper. These students have to stay busy all week in order to meet their deadlines.
In order to meet our deadlines, we come in before and after school and during our open periods and make sure everything's done in InDesign in time.
The paw print is full of important information that students would like to know, and also fun articles about your friends and fellow classmates. Stories in the newspaper must be done by Wednesday in order to make it into the Friday issue. The newspaper is then edited and sent in on Friday morning.
My job as advisor is basically to start the school year off right and kind of teach the students how to use the program and things like that, how to make sure that we're getting the things covered that need to get covered. And then once the school year gets rolling, my job on Thursday evening or Friday morning is to final edit the paper before it gets sent to the Freeman Journal. It's kind of nice. We can just file transfer the paper electronically to the Freeman Journal and they can have it in an instant. And then we also take the time on Friday or sometimes Monday to evaluate how things went to make sure that we can improve each week.
The paw print informs the student body about upcoming events, school functions, and many other updates. The paw print, as people may think, is not only circulated throughout the high school, but is published every Friday in the Daily Freeman Journal. The paw print, which is put together by the student body, takes countless hours of dedication and incredible determination. So pick up your copy of the paw print every Friday and make sure you look for it in the Daily Freeman Journal. I'm Kelsey Westrom reporting for Wctv, and I got to pick up a copy for myself.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of work.
You know what other class is a ton of work?
Creative baking?
No, Caitlin, yearbook.
Oh yeah, but I hear it's also a lot of fun. Angie Dunley would know. Not only is she a member of the yearbook staff, but she's also one of our fine talent here at WCTV and is waiting to give the rest of us an inside look.
It's quiz time, WCHS. Can you match these past high school students with their present-day counterparts? Thanks to the yearbook staff here at WCHS, we have these and numerous other memories recorded forever in the yearbook. So, what is the yearbook staff and what are all the parts?
The yearbook's job is to find a packaged, themed manner to put the year 2007-2008 together in a book that anybody who wants to and is able to can take home with them.
The yearbook staff has been working very hard this year, selling their books to local organizations to raise money and adopting a needy family for the holiday season. They have also been hard at work collecting information each week in order not to leave anything important out for the first day of the year to the last day of the school year. After collecting all this important information, how do they put it all together to make up a whole entire yearbook?
Well, we put together the yearbook by using a program called InDesign on the computer, and then we have to organize all the templates and mods and make sure all the pictures and information fit into them correctly.
Now that you know how it's made and what they have to do to put it all together, everyone wants to know the coveted secret. What is the theme for next year's yearbook?
We'll never tell!
Thanks to these 17 young, dedicated students, we are able to have our memories kept in this nice, neat, and organized book that students will look back on years from now and remember our time era. I'm Angie Dunley, reporting for WCTV, and it's time for me to catch up on some of my old memories.
Thanks, Angie.
Well, we've covered a lot today on WCTV. We hope you enjoyed the stories. Tune in next week for the Down Low on tanning, see what's going on in the political world, and find out how loud is too loud. Have a great weekend.
Good time.